Welcome back to the Cool Fam Podcast. It's your lovely host, Driftxlr.
I thought you was going to introduce me.
No, everybody's doing it on their own today. You feel me?
It's Otto. You know, the main. They left me behind. They left me behind on the last episode, but it's all right though. It's Otto's on.
And this is Truth TL13.
AKA Tony.
My first episode with y'all.
Oh yeah,
He been busy.
doing this thing. You feel me? Sorry, I missed out last week. You know, Nick Compton interviewed my boy. You feel me? Sorry, I missed out on that one. It just got a little hectic. You feel me?
But we're back.
We're back, fully ready to attack. You feel me? But man, how y'all been feeling?
I mean, it's spooky season.
Spooky.
Feeling good. No, everything's going good. I'm glad to have my boy on the pod now.
Just good to be here.
Man, I'm feeling good, feeling great.
I'm doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
This is I'm excited about this. I've been waiting for this. So.
We about to turn up. You feel me? So, what y'all want to do? What y'all trying to get into?
Well, hold on. There's fights this weekend, or is it next weekend?
There's fights this weekend. There's fights.
Is Chandler fight?
Hold
on. There's
hold
Chandler
on.
fight this week?
Hold on.
On the first episode, he lost 2 bets.
I did.
We gonna run it. We gonna run it.
Look,
and we gonna also record
Hold
it.
on. I owe
Sean O'Malley.
for the fan purpose 20 push-ups. He's just gonna be too clean for Chandler.
I'll take Michael Chandler.
All right.
You double up.
All right. I gotta go Pat. I gotta go Pat.
I think this is a
Kansas
vicious game.
City. I mean, it could go either way,
And
but
it's a regular season.
yeah. So I go Pat.
All right, I go for it. Another 20. I'll take Bills.
Oh,
All right.
40
Yes.
push-ups, right?
Yep. We
You
made
ain't
3
gonna see me
bets.
do 40 push-ups straight, but but yeah, I owe you 40 push-ups right now.
That's
I lost
right.
the Kansas City bet.
Yeah.
I lost the Sugar Shine O'Malley
And
bet.
we have Dustin Poirier. Is it
And-
this weekend?
Nah, that's
That's
not
next
this one.
weekend?
That's probably next week.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
That's-
lie. I was listening to that first episode, and when I heard that Chris called, I was listening. I heard Chris call out the Jets game. I'm like, oh. And then
He got it right.
He got it right. So he's cold for that.
But you know what he got wrong?
hey, hold on. The Buffalo game was like, it was to the wire, so I ain't tripping. I could take that. And then the Sugar Shine O'Malley
Here we go.
easily could have went the other way.
Yeah.
Easily.
Easily.
People thinking it was
It
robbery.
was split.
People thinking it
I
was a
wouldn't say
robbery.
it's a robbery.
People was thinking it was a robbery. So it could have went the other way, but I'm not saying that. I'm a man of my word. He lost. But I did say, what did I say? I said if it was 3 rounds, it was gonna favor who? Sugar Shane,
Yeah.
right? And I said if it was 5 rounds, it was gonna favor Peter Yan.
Yes.
Rewind the tape.
True.
Rewind that tape.
Sean O'Malley.
For the fan purpose, 20 push-ups.
Yeah, we're gonna rewind
You feel
that.
me?
But zoom in real quick.
What we zooming in on?
He lost.
A clock is right 2 times a day.
And it
You feel
happened
me?
both. Yeah.
It was some luck. It was some luck, but we back at it. So what's up?
So let's talk about it.
Hold on. Since we're talking about fights, since we're talking about fights, right?
Yeah.
Guess who fights tonight?
Who fights tonight?
Jake Paul.
Who's he
Oh,
fighting?
and Silver. Anderson Silver.
Anderson
right.
Silva. What you think?
Did you hear about their bet?
What bet they got?
So he said if Anderson Silva wins, then Jake Paul will fight him in a kickboxing match.
Oh, he
But
gonna
if-
get killed.
But if Jake Paul wins, then Anderson Silva will be like the president or whatever it is for for what he's trying to do for MMA fighters that be more paid and have a better
So
health care.
like a representative.
Yeah, but he wants Anderson Silva to be the president.
Kinda-
of that.
kinda
And
like-
Anderson Silva said, "Yeah, I'll do that for sure."
He wants him to be kind of like
He wanna be the
like
head.
the NBA Players Association
Yeah.
rep like Chris Paul is,
Mhm.
or
Right.
So
NFLPA
to have somebody
rep.
of that caliber represent
Yeah.
that cause and that movement.
Man,
That's
ain't no
dope.
better person than Anderson Silva, damn near, because I mean, he a legend.
Yeah, he knows what to pay like. So
Hey, if y'all see me run, there we have like a hornet problem. Not Charlotte. And it ain't Charlotte.
I ain't scared of no hornet.
Yeah, until he
Real
get
life wasps.
I got stung by a bee while playing basketball. Didn't
bee.
feel it. Didn't feel it.
There's a difference.
Didn't feel it. Got home, had a knot on my hand. I said, "What the?" Had to pull the stinger out. Didn't even know I got hit.
That's a B.
Anyway, back to this Jake Paul Silva.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
I'm not gonna lie. Like I want to see Silva do good. He was always one of my favorite fighters, but I got to take Jake Paul in this one. I just think he's younger. You know, I'm not saying like he's the best. You know, I don't. I want to see him fight a real fighter, real boxer. But I mean, he keep fighting these chumps, and not gonna lie, since Anderson Silva lost the first time, he just ain't been the same. He ain't been right.
He undefeated in boxing though.
That's true.
Right now,
that is true.
And he's actually fought like real boxers.
That is true.
So
but I'm gonna take
Jake
Jake Paul because as much people want to hate on him, he puts in the work.
Yeah, I rock with that boy.
They trying to bait me.
I mean, it's gonna have to come down to y'all two because
it's scripted.
Because
I heard what I said.
I'm scared. Like I'm scared to bet on this one for the simple fact of. Did you hear the reports of what Anderson Silva said in training camp? He said he got knocked out twice.
Ooh,
yeah, exactly.
But
yeah,
then
he ain't been the same.
But then his coach said he wasn't knocked out. And then he backtracked to say he wasn't knocked out. But I don't know what to think now.
The coach saying that's him coming out trying to save face for this fight, but trying to PR it up. But
I ain't falling into it.
I'm telling you, since he lost that first fight in the UFC, he ain't been right.
Like Silva gets hit, so
he used to
the problem
dance.
child catches him, he could put him out.
He used to dance in people's face and take hits, and
then
all of a sudden he lost, and then now he can't take it.
I'm gonna go Silva.
You going Silva?
Yep, I think he gonna get. I think he's gonna win more rounds. He ain't gonna knock him out. I think he's just gonna win more rounds. I think
fair.
But he might get dropped. Get dropped.
The reason I'm going Jake Paul is because that bet just see how happy Anderson Silva was to take that bet and be forth with it and everything. Want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, you think he was gonna throw a fight?
I mean,
a lot of people accuse Jake Paul setting these fights up.
Exactly.
I don't see Anderson Silva being that kind of person though. Like to throw a fight.
Hey, he's smooth enough to do it.
I mean, but like just him, his character. Like some people,
he goofy, but he just trying to do what's right. If he loses, he's gonna man up to it.
I'm not talking about goofiness. I'm talking about like him just being like a genuine dude. Like he seems like he can be nice, goofy, and whatever, but he seems like he stands on his word. You feel me? Like
and that word and that bet is that if he loses, he gonna stand up for MMA. All MMA fighters to have a better health care and have better pay,
which ain't gonna happen.
But he's gonna be the head advocate for it because he's now gonna be that president. That
I just don't see some dudes. You just don't see throwing fights and stuff because they just too true to the game. You feel me? Like
and that's what I'm trying to say though. He's true to the game, but he's also trying to now it's his opportunity to get back
to throw a fight.
He'll throw a fight if it's better for MMA fighters going forward.
How would it be better though?
I'm saying they'll have better pay and better healthcare. Like
how?
Why for whatever they got planned.
It's not emotion.
It's not emotion, but it's a start. And he's a big name.
So for that to go into motion into the UFC, you need.
I mean, it's not just UFC though.
It's all MMA, but UFC is definitely the biggest company.
Oh yeah.
So if it's not popping off there, where's it gonna pop off at?
Hey, it's gonna start somewhere.
Got to start somewhere. Yeah.
But you got a person, Jake Paul, who's banned from the UFC.
That's
from
fine.
Dana.
That's fine, but I'm saying it can start from other fight leagues.
UFC.
Yeah. It could be other fight leagues.
He just needs to make ways. He just needs to make Dana White listen. Really.
That's not gonna happen.
And Anderson Silva could be that guy.
Exactly, the legend, a legend.
And if other legends start backing him, you know what I mean. You got GSP, BJ Penn, all them big names.
I know who else is gonna back
whatever,
him.
You know.
The heavyweight champ that they not paying him.
John Jones.
No, I'm talking about
heavyweight
Francis.
champ.
He's getting paid.
My
He's
bad.
just not.
I'm not.
No, they not paying him what what he deserves.
Nobody's getting paid what they deserve.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
But that's because MMA is different from any other organization. It's not like basketball. It's not like
But you putting yourself
football.
more at risk.
It's not. Hey, that's what they signed up for.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna
I
fight
think-
for. Now they fighting back.
I think it's a matter of time before all these fighters start taking it into their own hands. But I think they're gonna have a union, kind of like the NFLPA or the NBA Players Association, whatever. I think that's just a matter of time before the fighters
Like
Heard it here
fighters
first.
got that.
I'm for betterment of the MMA fighters and whatnot, but also if you sign a contract, you gotta oblige by it.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can't be
So,
crying during
once
that
contract's
contract.
up, then what?
Yeah, then I guess you
It's
try
like
to
you
do
gonna-
what you do.
Yeah, and they start losing big fighters, then what?
They're not gonna lose big fighters. Who they gonna
I'm
lose?
saying, like, you know, if they lose Francis, they lose. If big names start leaving out, and
What's the other big MMA company, not UFC, besides UFC?
Bellator.
So what if they start poaching these fighters and being like, hey, we're gonna look out for your health?
They've been doing that. I mean, not for the health part, but they've been
Paying more.
other
We gonna-
organizations paying more for
We're gonna pay more.
those fighters, and those fighters disappear.
Mm.
Ben Henderson, where he
yeah,
at?
he disappeared.
Oh, but he's getting paid. But he's over there getting paid.
But it's they not.
Mighty Mouse,
I
who's the
seen him.
champ? He's over
I
there
seen
getting
him.
paid, but he's not as big as he was in the UFC.
I mean, UFC title is just like it's
Exactly,
just
so
a bigger. It's the
Francis-
biggest organization.
Francis could leave, and they will find somebody that's going to replace him. Surreal
Eventually, the things can change.
And
It
UFC,
just takes a small step.
the UFC is the biggest corporation in
Yeah,
MMA.
we know that. But
And
but
they're
if
not
things
falling.
start to grow, if other things start to grow, if they eventually it could.
They're not falling.
Okay.
No way. There's no way around it. Like it's like
It's possible though.
it's like iPhones and whatever other phones that come out with it. iPhone's gonna trump everything.
But it's possible.
I guess it's possible.
I think Chris right. I don't think UFC is gonna go anywhere. But I think that
But eventually it can make a change.
eventually they're gonna have to. I think they're gonna be put into a position where they're gonna have to be like, all right, here's healthcare. All right, here's more money.
Exactly.
NFL don't
That's
have
all that's all it's gonna be.
NFL still don't even have that, and they a bigger company.
It's true.
Are they now? I don't know.
Hell yeah,
I was just wondering.
Yeah, they're
Football?
a billion dollar company.
Yeah. I mean, UFC is
not
UFC is
football.
not a billion dollar
They're
company.
not football. They don't even have it. You got
Only-
NFL
only-
players
only-
retiring.
only reason I question it is because UFC is now kind of more global, and football is it's an USA sport. And I mean, no,
London.
they go other places sometimes,
Mexico.
here and there, but at the same time, like there's UFC is literally like a global thing now. Like
It's-
MMA, like fighting now, like they're everywhere. They travel everywhere.
ratings and arenas is not as big though.
'Cause
We
I
gonna-
don't
we gonna
I don't
look
know
at
what the UFC's worth. I've never looked into that.
It's not NFL money,
Yeah.
especially when you got 32 owners. That's billionaires. You got 32 billionaire
Yeah,
owners.
we got our the guy behind the camera looking it up right now.
You got 32 billionaires helping run the NFL compared to just 3.
That's I understand what you're saying, but
You got
but they greedy.
the
They
ratings.
greedy though.
They are. Everybody's greedy. Any kind of corporation is going to be greedy.
Yeah. They also
Because when you create a business, the main person who's creating that business is looking to flip their money a certain amount of time.
Also,
And then you have a lot of these workers that's working for you, and you pay them what you feel like they worth or whatnot. But as time goes, everybody want to feel their value go up. So I mean, even where I'm at, I'm getting a decent, nice salary, but with the work I'm putting in, I always feel like I need more. So I mean, I'm with what y'all saying, but I know how it's gonna be. It's never gonna be.
that's
like
my
that.
question is why do y'all think it is that none of these actual UFC fighters are at least that from what I've seen, I've never seen any of them say what Jake Paul's saying. Why do you think it's Jake Paul who's not even affiliated with the UFC, who's outside of the sport in the first place?
Because he ain't got to deal with the boss.
Yeah, but I suppose. but like even these people that like
he's not under
that
contract.
don't fight no more that ain't under contract at UFC.
I mean, there's a lot of people that
leave the
speak. There's a lot of people that after they leave, they speak out, and there's probably a little bit more that's actually speaking out now while they're in the UFC. But the ones that's speaking out now while they're in the UFC, look at where their career is going once they start speaking out. Like, everything slows down. So, and then not only do it slow down, then you lose your belt. Like, Francis had surgery and whatnot, and that last fight with Cyril Gane and Tai Tuivasa, wasn't that for an interim title?
Was it?
I think if it wasn't, then I guarantee you the next fight will be for the interim belt.
Yeah, I think.
And like they'll strip you. I mean, you're not technically stripped, but they're giving somebody else a belt. So
yeah, until you come back,
then they're forcing you to fight this person. So it's like a setup. Like,
can't wait till Nate Diaz say that he's done with the UFC.
He speak his mind. Like
Oh, imagine he backed up.
I mean, he done already said he's like he don't fuck with Dana, but also he fucks with Dana. So it's like they got a love-hate situation.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know what they're getting paid. They're getting paid nice. It's just what all they have to pay out after you got taxes. You got paying your coaches. You got paying like all these different people that surround your team.
Yeah.
So and then by the time you're done paying all that, then you got this much. You know what I mean?
I mean, I kind of think of like in my mindset, it was kind of thinking like almost like Lamar, like his contract about to be up, and he not signing nothing. Like, but they not trying to give him what he want. He gonna hold out.
He's betting on himself
because he's known. Yeah, and then say like all the fighters are betting on themselves. They're all not remaking their contract. Like, I'm not saying it's not gonna happen. Like all fighters, but
that's dangerous though.
Yeah, it's dangerous not only for them, but then also
it's all dangerous for them because say Lamar Jackson start playing horrible, now you're not gonna get that pay.
But I'm saying,
say
you
Francis,
bet on yourself. But let's say
if
he does succeed,
rock,
let's say if he
you're
does
not getting
get MVP,
paid.
but you got to take that gamble in order to make a change.
Yeah, but that gamble's all on them, not on the UFC at all.
Yeah,
It can.
Nah, because the UFC is just gonna sit back and be like, all right, we're gonna let this play out. Nah, you worth it? All right, we'll pay you.
Especially
But
if you're making
not
ratings.
worth it, we're not.
You're not getting what you think you deserve. Like,
How many
I
people?
think I like big enough names. If it can happen, I feel like it can create a change.
So, do you think?
Damn, that's crazy.
Do you think Francis should be the highest paid?
No, I don't think he should be the highest because he's heavyweight. But whoever is like probably bringing the most ratings, bringing in, or who is a champion and has like a good streak going.
Do
as
you
a
think?
champion? Like somebody like Izzy should be more, or who? No, who's that?
I agree with Izzy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. It's only a select few.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
It's a select few for UFC.
And do you think Francis bringing a lot of ratings?
Not a lot, but I know a lot would like to see.
I mean, it's not
So
like he's
night-night.
Connor.
Yeah.
It's not like he's not Connor. He's not Patty Pimlet.
That's
He's not
'cause he
Sean
does-
O'Malley. He's not John Jones. He's
Sean
not
bringing in
like
ratings.
that's what I'm saying. He's not them.
Yeah.
Them
It's because
dudes are
they
dudes.
media. Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta
so,
talk.
So when you got dudes betting on themselves, they got to do more than just go in there and fight.
right. It's not like you got like
Francis don't do none of that.
can't be a Kawhi Leonard and then expect like you be here and here there all this. Like you got to be more like somebody that's gonna be involved with the media, the fans, and stuff like that. Like you gotta speak out. Obviously, the more you speak out, the more you're gonna get back.
Yeah, so that's why Jake Paul is Jake Paul and the other dudes, and a lot of this stuff, Jake Paul just doing it just to troll. So I mean,
Yeah.
we talk a lot of shit. It's quite entertaining, actually.
All right, let's make a turn. They was talking before we got on cam. They was talking mad trash, and not necessarily they wasn't. It wasn't like a they thing. It's morely him because he likes he hates Russ.
I didn't.
I know he don't hate Russ, but
it's a thing.
Y'all seen it in the first.
It's like, I don't hate Russ. It's my thing. Is like so. It's like certain things, right? When you compare certain players, and then like
he act like he ain't never was good though.
He was. He was nice.
He was good
like,
in Washington.
He was good enough to compare to Dame Lillard. So I mean, he was nice, but he's not better than Dame.
The only difference is not. Dame can shoot.
Dame put the ball in the bucket at an efficient rate. You feel me? Like,
wait, Prime Russ was better.
No,
I'm just saying there's a reason they call him Westbrook.
Prime Russ was better. MVP.
But let's talk about Russ.
Yeah.
What happened last night?
Making a change.
What happened last night?
You definitely can't blame him.
What happened last night?
He made a change. What all the fans wanted him to do was the thing, like what was best for him.
I did say that too. Come off the bench, right? I did say that.
So he did that, and he was productive, right?
Yeah.
He did what he does, and they still lost.
My thing is that's a good fit for him, especially looking at it because he just don't fit with Anthony Davis. He doesn't fit with LeBron. Which is crazy to me because LeBron sees the floor just as well as anybody.
Yeah, but
you've seen that as through his career.
That's the thing. Westbrook needs the ball.
Yeah,
in his hand. And LeBron needs the ball.
You surround him with shooters. You surround LeBron with shooters, excel. You surround Westbrook with shooters, excel.
Yeah, but he can't shoot. I mean, that's come down to their problems is they don't have that.
But they can't
look
stop.
at their 3-point
they can't stop them
percentage.
But I'm saying, like, you surround Westbrook with shooters, right?
Yeah.
You telling me a guy like, Damian Lillard can guard Westbrook one-on-one?
Yes.
It's not happening.
Yes.
It's not happening.
Yes.
No, I'm going to disagree. I think
Westbrook guard Dame?
Yeah.
I don't think Dame guarding Westbrook. I think
of course he's not going to try to guard Westbrook. He's going to baby.
He's going to bully him.
Exactly.
Nobody's guarding Dame. Nobody.
They'll slow him down, but I agree with that. Nobody's guarding Dame. But I don't know. Lakers got a big problem they need to figure out right now, and I'll be real surprised if Westbrook is on that team by the end of the season.
They just don't have shooters.
Where's he go? I mean, y'all already had this conversation.
You go somewhere with
shooters. I don't know.
You go somewhere with shooters.
Team.
You go somewhere with a team that can shoot.
But I think personally with Russell Westbrook is that he's got to go somewhere. And he's got to come off the bench. If he wants to win the championship, he's got to continue to come off the bench.
I take it back. You were right.
What was I right about?
In the first episode, Utah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now he should go there?
So they got, they got Kelly Olynyk, right? Was it them? They got Lauri Markkanen?
Yeah.
They got shooters, right?
They got decent shooters, yeah.
They got the guys that can shoot. And
so now
if he just attacked the basket, everybody else is going to excel, and so is him. He's going to get back to his ways, his woes, and he can make Utah actually good.
He just going to fill in Donovan Mitchell's spot.
I mean, they don't have like a Rudy Gobert there. They don't have it's not him taking Donovan Mitchell's spot.
Man.
He's going to do better, but he's going to get back to his triple doubles. He speed the ball, get it out to shooters like Kelly, Lauren, Mike Conley. They can start them both. Like they got shooters galore on the floor.
If it's ever been more evident than this Lakers 0-5 start that he's not gonna finish the season there, I don't know, but he's got to go somewhere where he's gonna come off the bench. He can go to a contender, but he's gonna come off the bench. He's got to really.
Where do you see him fit?
I don't know. Personally, I don't know. I don't know who would trade for him. A lot of people didn't even want to pick him or trade for him.
I wouldn't.
From Houston or wherever. Like the Lakers.
Not this Russ. I wouldn't trade for this Russ.
I don't see anybody willing to trade for him. I don't see any of the contenders needing him. Personally.
Yeah.
But I don't see him on the Lakers roster either. So I think it's gonna be a wild card trade, really.
Oh well, he gonna figure it out. I mean, he knows his strengths and weaknesses.
It's not even that. I like Russ.
We talking.
I like his aggressive play style.
Talking about Russ and whatever. And is AD a problem there too?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I've been hearing that a lot. Like
he's not shooting well.
He's never healthy.
Yeah, he's not available. I mean, so far so good he is. So far.
What would you do with him? Would you continue to try to keep him, get rid of Russ? And I mean, I definitely would get rid of Russ.
I'll get rid of AD too.
Yeah.
I'll blow that whole team up.
I keep LeBron, but you can just think about everything you can get with AD, everything you can get with Russ. Like, you might not get a lot with Russ now, but you can get a lot for AD. And then on top of that, having all that, you can
y'all see it.
But with all that, you can build more of a bench, more chemistry with players that spot up and shoot. You feel me? Stuff like that with AD. But most of the times, with trades like that, you're getting picks.
They put themselves in a corner too. Like they got rid of all their bench depth. Personally, like their whole their whole bench looks like a bunch of LA fitness player. You know, I don't know.
Sign up. Let's go get some money, man.
I don't know. They just don't have nothing
that
anybody that's playing the Lakers right now. What are they afraid of?
Nothing.
What are they afraid?
They can let LeBron get his 30. They still gonna lose.
They're not afraid of Anthony Davis. They're not afraid of Russ. Who after LeBron?
I seen a clip with Yusuf Nurkic or whatever on the Portland.
Mm-hmm.
AD was about to shoot. He just turned around and said, and he hit the side of the backboard. I was like, damn. They blaming Russ for that.
I mean, Russ is not the only problem there. AD, the bench, like everything.
Also problem.
They just don't have anything that scares me if I'm a opposing team.
Also the problem is LeBron taking way too many threes.
Yep.
I'm not opposed to that.
I mean, he's aging, so he's not trying to attack as much, but I mean, it's LeBron. Like, he may have lost his step. He's getting older now, and he can't blow past as fast as everybody like he used to be. I mean, he's still explosive.
Yeah,
but he just like, and he's
still
strong.
That step back.
But I'm saying
LeBron is still a step ahead of everybody else.
Yeah. but I'm saying, like, he can't just blow past like as what he used to be.
That whole team's got, like I said, they got a lot of problems to figure out. But that whole team's been just disappointing since they put that team together. Like, when they brought AD in, everybody's like, oh yeah, they about to kill it. You know,
win a chip.
They did win a chip in the bubble.
Like, do y'all see the league?
I can argue that the bubble was actually a good thing.
Do y'all see, like, the league going back to, like, the teams that's not super teams that's actually hooping?
I see it already.
Like, Cleveland went crazy yesterday. They ain't got 3 super big stars. I still don't really consider Golden State, like, a super team because they built it from the ground up. But, like, you got the teams like
that's Boston,
like
too.
LA, where they got 3 big stars from different places, brought them in. Or you got teams like was it Minnesota? They doing okay, but you got Rudy from Utah. You got Clay you picked up. I'm not Clay, but Cat you picked up. You got Minnesota.
Edwards.
They building.
Edwards is nice.
Yeah, they building from the ground
He's
up.
not
But
superstar yet,
but you know what I mean, like Clippers, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard.
Don't say
like,
John Wall.
But I'm just saying, you know, they got like the teams that's like bringing in the superstars are not like as big as the teams that's like just Jimmy Butler and the supporting cast in Miami, or
they're not as successful.
Yeah, like record wise.
I mean, the Clippers are doing good. But I mean, it's a short few. But you know, like
how long they had that.
Yeah,
and
so,
they ain't won a chip yet. Or
the more homegrown teams are actually kind of doing better than the teams that's trying to. So
maybe that's why you get rid of AD, you get rid of Russ, and you start homegrown. You feel
Even
me?
the Nets are disappointing.
Mm-hmm. See what I mean?
But you starting to see it too, where right, like these players, Kevin Durant, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, whatever, LeBron, like when they used to go out. Somebody said it recently. I can't remember who said this quote, but like when KD used to go out and get 30, he dominated the game. Now it's just it's just 30 points. Like you're seeing that with across the board though. That ain't just Kevin Durant. As much as I want to single Kevin Durant out because I don't like him, but it's across the board. It's all these players. Nobody's scared of LeBron going to get 30. Nobody's scared of Paul George right now getting 30. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? Like teams are scared of Tatum and Jaylen Brown going out and get 30. Teams are scared of
Jimmy Butler,
Anthony Edwards and Cat going to get 30. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like that, or Ja Morant going out. You know what I mean? Like teams are scared of these young guys going out and doing that. Nobody's scared of these teams no more. Or these
a new age.
No more. It's a new age for sure.
New age turning back to the old age.
Yeah, Ja, Luka.
Yeah, Luka's crazy.
Who's your pick for MVP
this year? To be honest, I don't know. That's tough right now. I'm really hoping that Embiid finally gets one, but I don't know. That's a tough one.
Embiid ain't getting it. My pick was Luka though.
Luka, I could see Luka getting it. I don't see what's his face getting it in Denver again. He shouldn't have got it last year.
Yeah, I know Giannis should have got it.
He could though. He could every year down there. Joker. I mean, Joker could get it every year. Giannis can get it every year. Joel can get it every year.
I don't hear Joel name enough this year. I don't really do anything.
I don't really know who's gonna. I don't know who's gonna get it right now. It's too early to say. But if I had to throw a wild card in there, DeMar DeRozan.
I think what was it? Coach saying that. Oh, you're not going with Jason Tatum?
I could see him, but that's why I said a wild card pick right now. If I had to throw somebody in there that a lot of people probably wouldn't expect to be in there, is DeMar DeRozan. Yeah. What he doing in Chicago the last couple of years and this year.
I'm surprised he wasn't really like a finalist. Well, no, I take that back. I can see why, but at the same time, he was up there for last year is what I'm referring to. But if he continue being consistent, nobody can stop that mid-range, turn around. I don't know how to guard him.
I mean, you brought up Tatum and Brown. What they're doing is, it seemed to me as a Boston fan, like I like to see what Tatum's been doing. It seemed like he took his NBA Finals last year, the struggles that he had, and kind of improved on them. And you don't see anybody locking him up right now, but himself.
And he's making an extra pass.
And that team is built for something.
Yeah, get into your mic.
It could be Steph too.
Yeah.
Steph can get it.
Can't leave him out of it, but at the same time, I see Ja trying to go
could be
back.
Could be a wild card.
That's if Ja stay healthy.
Could throw in extension Jimmy.
Yeah, I like what you did there. Extension Jimmy.
You feel me?
That was slick.
Extension Jimmy, you feel me?
No, my top three definitely Luka, Giannis. I definitely just had a third in my mind. Nah, it's either gonna be one of them two.
Top three? That's what we're going with?
We can go top three, but
I go Steph, I go Joel, and I do Giannis. I mean, it's early to say anything right now.
Giannis.
It's going to come down to whoever got the best record and then whoever's balling on that team.
I'll take Joel, Luka, and Tatum. Fuck it.
Yeah. You got to have Giannis. What you talking about? My third. Damn, I don't even know who to put in for a third because I can't say Ja because I know what Ja can do, but I don't know if he's going to be there all the time.
He could have got it last year.
Yeah, he was actually playing better without him.
But still, they good. Wasn't they number one in the West? They was either one or two.
I think they was number two.
So, I mean, number two from what they came
great.
from.
Yeah.
And he was averaging crazy numbers.
Yeah. But then he also wasn't playing a lot, though.
Nah, but the games he was playing, he was going crazy. And
that's why I don't want to pick him yet. That's why I don't want to pick him. Because he high flying, and then he also not big.
Nah, he's modern day Ivo.
Yeah, he real. Well, yeah, but just jump way higher.
I mean, he jumps higher because he's taller. But I mean, he looks like he jumps higher because he's taller. But Ivo, go look at some highlights. Ivo jumping over Marcus Camby.
He like a
like
mix
crazy.
He like
nasty.
a mix of Iverson and Westbrook. Like
He said
the way
he
that Westbrook be dunking sometimes, like just trying to kill somebody, he does that shit too. Morant.
Yeah, but then also like he just real. I don't want to say it, but he for real.
Yeah,
and he jumped. He jumped higher not because he's taller, but he actually got some leap.
No, he's tall and got leap with it too. But
like
I'm
some
saying,
rose leap.
If you're
he float.
If you're 6'6" and you jumping and you getting your hand to the top of the backboard, it looks cute. But when you're 6 foot, getting your hand up there too, it looks crazy too. So
yeah, but see where he jumped from? It's ridiculous. And the way how the hang time, like he just if he was big, like solid, like a Russ body, jumping the way he is and how he does it, because how he does it now is he's just a frail version of D Rose and Westbrook.
Yeah, I'll give you that because
I'm saying just athleticism wise. I'm just saying
I can't say
wise.
You're right. I can't say Ivo. Ivo was a killer. He was a better killer. He could shoot, cleaner, get to the bucket like he can. Yeah,
I think Morant's got
Ivo did a little bit more
that mentality in him though,
and play defense. Yeah, Ivo was different. So yeah, let's scratch Ivo out of that.
He's just an old head, man. We compare Ivo to Kyrie.
No, please don't disrespect
Iverson like that. Can't even do that.
Don't disrespect Iverson like that.
We just talking handles because that's why
exactly.
we compare.
We
don't look at Ivo for high flying, doing the things like Westbrook and D Rose did because they're the greatest to ever really do that.
We look at Ivo for leading the league in steals multiple years. We look at Ivo for leading the league in scoring multiple years. We look at Ivo for highlight posters over 7-foot centers, real centers. We look at Ivo for game-winning clutch shots. Never mind. We look at Ivo for taking the team to the finals with nobody with him. We just gonna leave it at that. You feel me? We just gonna leave it at against dogs. Against dogs.
Different era.
Yeah, against dogs.
Speaking of dogs,
what Westbrook do?
Speaking
None
of dogs,
that.
yeah, he elevate people. Speaking of dogs, I was listening to T-Mac, and there was a year where he got injured, and that was with they had a squad with the Rockets. They had a chance at a championship, but he had to get surgery. He was out. Yao Ming got hurt real early, but they took the Lakers to 7 games. That was a year they could have won it.
Shoulda, coulda, but they didn't.
It was unhealthy situations. Oh,
and since you want to talk about dogs, there's a dog on that other side, right? A pit.
That was gonna lose if T-Mac was playing. But look, check it out.
That been killing T-Mac.
Don't look away from Chris. Look at him.
It was fun listening to those stories.
A pit.
Look him in the eye. Ask him who he talking about.
He know who I'm talking about. The Mamba, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, different breed.
Yeah.
Yeah, T-Mac would never.
Now, Houston would.
T-Mac would never. Different breed. Defense,
now, if T-Mac and Yao was healthy,
rings.
The LA Lakers was losing in 5.
Think. That's what you think.
For real.
It didn't happen.
And without both of them, they went to Game 7 without both of them.
It didn't happen. And with both of them, the game would have changed.
If T-Mac and Yao Ming would have played, they would have lost in 5.
No. It would make sense. It's like having.
I'm just saying, it's one of their situations, but we know what they're going to bring.
You got 2 stars.
Yao Ming was
like that. If they're not playing, then all of a sudden you got a bunch of role players that play good, and then now they playing good because they ain't got to share the ball with the 2 ball hog dominant. Now they turn up, and most of the times, if we're playing a team that's lower tier, you're not going to give you all. So I just seen too many times Kobe take out T-Mac. I done seen too many times T-Mac choke.
Speaking of what ifs, shout out to Aaron. What if Jordan played now? Y'all was quiet in that group chat the other day. I want to know.
Oh, I didn't even know what happened.
So if Jordan played in this era, right now.
Yeah, because me and Aaron the other day, we were arguing in the group chat. Mostly I was just trolling him, but we was arguing about the 90s era and now. I said
It's different.
Me and that, who's Nike? We said that the 90s was more physical, like way more physical. Like, look at what, or the 80s even. Look at what the bad boy Pistons did to Jordan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they put their paws
but
on.
But now you can't even hardly touch players. I mean, if you want an example of that, look at what Morant did to Ben Simmons the other day. Mm-hmm. He barely touched Morant, and he got called for it. Yeah, because he barely touched him.
He said that same situation happened like his rookie year, and then he got ripped, and then he's like, he knew he's gonna get him back this time.
But he barely touched him and got called for it. I mean, that's just one thing, but I mean, it's nowhere near as physical. You can't hand check. I mean, half the shit that the Pistons were doing to Jordan ain't happening now. You getting flagrants, you getting ejected, whatever. Like, I mean, and that just comes with the change in the game. Like, I understand that, but imagine Jordan putting up the numbers and everything that he did back then.
His numbers might be higher now, and he might be amplified even more than what he is playing in this league.
I mean, because there's more safety now, more safety precautions now.
I get it, but
and he might, score more.
Yeah, but
he might not. Only because obviously people like the generations have changed. We're bigger, we're stronger, we're faster. Yep. So the people that that was guarding him is nowhere near like the
only
guys
thing
that we have now.
We're not that far removed from the 90s.
Not that far, but definitely.
And the you know what I mean? Like, athleticism wasn't invented yesterday.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. But it's definitely evolved and a lot crazier. Like, it's
more flashy.
Yeah.
It's more flashy. But, I mean, you can't say that we're just not bigger, stronger. I mean, you can only name a few.
I'm not saying bigger at all. Look at guys like Trey Young.
You can only you only gonna name Karl Malone or something. Like, there's guys there. We're like
Antonio McDyess, Karl Malone, Shaq, Ewing,
Elijah.
There's a lot of
those are the rare breeds.
There's a lot of those back
guys
then.
But a lot of those guys just had a different mentality. I don't even respect
Chris Webber.
Yeah, I don't even respect the mentality of players now. Look at how soft Simmons is mentally. Look at how soft Kevin Durant is. This man got a burner account. Like, he's afraid of people saying things about him. Kyrie, mentally soft. Physically these guys are built. Like, sure, they could adapt, but mentally, that's part of the competition. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a mental game too, and all of these guys mentally are soft. You can't convince me otherwise of that. But those are just examples, and these guys are supposed to be the best players in the league. But there's a lot of it. A lot of these players are soft. Look at Karl Towns. That dude's soft physically too.
I'm not gonna argue with the
Anthony Edwards. There's very few players
soft. Like, they just not mentally just
weak.
That aggressive, that aggressiveness. They're just not aggressive.
They ain't built for the mental game.
Yeah, that's why I said.
You know what I mean? But guys like,
it's more flashy. It's more soft and flashy.
Yeah. But
is more gritty.
Yeah. But like, there's a few players I respect. I respect now, like Damian Lillard, Giannis, Anthony Edwards, even now Morant. Like, these Luka. These guys got just a different mentality than the rest of their peers. That I see. That's how I see it.
There's a few still cut from that cloth.
Westbrook.
Yeah. He'll go crazy over there in the 90s.
I mean, he'll fit better in the 90s because he ain't got to shoot the three.
He's a specimen for sure.
Like, that's one of the biggest switches in the NBA is now it's more three-ball heavy.
Yeah.
But back then it wasn't really like – you had three-point shooters and whatnot, but it wasn't like heavy three-ball.
Yeah, like clutch. It's just clutch moments or just like open.
Y'all think Curry ruined the NBA?
Hey, Giannis said it. He said it's your fault. It's your fault, Curry. He changed the game. It's your fault.
I mean, you can only play your game. Like, Reggie was a three-point shooter like that too. But
what I'm saying, what I'm getting at is, right, you got these kids now coming up.
He flared.
Remember how like for our generation, and Chris, you a little older, but like Kobe, everybody wanted to be like Kobe.
Yeah, that
you
fadeaway.
shoot Kobe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But now
You to
people
that
don't
3-point
have
line?
Kobe. People that, you know what I mean, these kids don't have Kobe. They're watching Curry,
Curry,
and
you watching,
they're seeing, you know what I mean, like I remember playing, and I remember my coach telling me like we practice good game shots. You know what I mean, like, and that's not to say that it's a good shot for Curry because he makes it, but pulling up for half court, you telling me if you coaching a kid, you're not benching that kid?
No, I'm definitely benching him.
That's what I'm saying. But these kids
What
want
if
to
he
be.
made it?
I'm still benching.
These kids want to be just
Not-
like him. They're not learning the fundamentals. They're not like you got big kids that ain't learning no footwork in the paint. I mean, I know the game's transitioned away from a true center, but they still should have that footwork. They still should have the fundamental abilities. But now everybody just want to shoot threes. I think, and that's from young fans watching Curry.
Yeah, speaking of that, shout out to Jed being an announcer for the
yeah.
T-Wolves.
Mm-hmm. We did that.
Gotta give
already.
him I know. I just can't get enough of it, though. I'm proud of that boy.
Yeah, we
Oh
probably.
yeah, Jed, we proud of you.
But yeah, like back to what you were saying, it's also tricky with like young kids. Because I had a conversation with my boy Herb about this. Because I mean, we coach basketball here and there. He's still a coach right now.
Mhm.
But like you ever notice, like in high schools, right? Like typically, it's not too many kids these days that's like true 7-footers
Mhm.
or whatnot. I'm 6'5", so in high school, when I was in high school at Cooper, Robbinsdale Cooper, I was about 6'3", right? So I was playing center.
Mhm.
So if I'm playing center and I'm 6'3", and then I max out 6'5", right? Then I get to higher level, which is college, and the high school treated me just as a center. I'm stuck
Yeah, your game didn't
Yeah.
develop.
at all because now I'm
To where you
6'5", big man,
Right.
and I'm in college playing 7 foot, 6'10", 6'11", like centers, and they going crazy, like
I mean, you probably was the biggest on the team, right?
exactly. But
This is some
it's,
fortunate
that's why
situations.
it's tricky with like kids because like yeah, this kid might be the tallest on the team right now, and y'all ain't got no 7-footers, but you might want to teach them other stuff like guard stuff, like how
That's
to
probably
bring
gotta
up
be
the ball.
off.
Like it's good to teach every player everything about the game, but like that's the tricky part because then you got these 7-footers that learn that stuff too, and then now they want to bring up the ball and just dribble, shoot when you're not a point guard, you know. So
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
it's tricky.
I mean, by high school though, I mean you know who's the shorter people, you know who's the taller people. Usually, they don't hit that. They don't have a huge growth spurt where all of a sudden they go from 6 foot in their sophomore year, and all of a sudden their senior year they're 7 foot. You know what I mean? Like they either tall or they're not. Generally,
Chet did it.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, generally, you know what I mean? Like it's
Mhm.
already separated, and
I was 5 foot freshman year. What, now I'm 6'1"?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
I suppose,
Like height stuff is weird sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I didn't stop growing until I was like 25.
Yeah, same.
but I mean,
People say I'm
yeah.
6'2", that's great.
I guess that's where you're seeing now, like the centers that they're not true centers, but they can pull up, they can dribble. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But even like you look at like my favorite player, Kevin Garnett, like he's done interviews where he said he's like I'd be in practice, you know. I remember he's like I would dribble, I would shoot threes, but he's like come game time, that wasn't my place. He's like not that I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I think that's like, because I mean, like in your situation, did they ever like, let's say you were like the best on your team, right? But you had to play center because you were the biggest. But you know, like let's say you had that talent to be on that next level of college or potential, like you were big time. Do you think they pull you aside and work on you being a guard?
So when you're a coach, that's not really your job.
Damn, that's fucked up.
You know what I mean? No, I'm saying like because that's why they have trainings. That's why they have like stuff on the side for you to do. It's like when you're coaching the team and you're trying to put them in the best positions and spots and whatnot and help them grow as a team. But like it's hard for you to be like, all right, I'm gonna transfer you into from a center to like.
I mean, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like, because you're still gonna play center.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, let's say off court, you're just gonna work on those skills because you know that when you do transition, that you're gonna be at a different position. But we gotta practice those skills though.
Yeah, and that's when you pay to go train.
Damn, I feel like coaches should help, especially high school or something.
I mean,
train that development.
Yeah, but coaches got 15 to 20 players on the team.
Yeah, but you know who's gonna be the star.
But you can't.
I know you can't isolate. But
I mean, you can
come on now.
You can go overboard with the player that you feel like is going to be, but yeah, you still have already invested so much time into the whole team, anyways, and then doing that too, and then trust me, it's easier for that player to do their training and do what they need to do over there. You feel me? So
I feel it.
That's why
I'll go ahead, Chris.
I try to preach like to these kids that I work with, like when you're done practicing and whatnot, and the grind don't stop. Like you got to push yourself because anything that you do in life, you got to grind for it to get the full maximum potential out of it. You feel me?
Yeah, you got to grind for it, but you also need that,
You need-
that outside, people that kind of.
Yeah, but the greats don't. The greats get it
feel
from
like
the greats get it from within.
I mean, they excel after they've had that.
I mean, you got people that hold your hand and whatnot, but it's not about people holding your hand. It's about what you pull from each situation, and
That's what I'm
you
saying.
have to apply it though.
Yeah.
You still got to apply.
Go out and get it.
Yeah,
But what if you like? What I was saying, high school, you probably don't know.
that's where it starts.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying that's where you applying starts.
Oh yeah, you gotta apply it, but like at the same time, like you're not. The person put you at center, but you're thinking like you're a center, but you don't think that you gonna transition to a guard, like because you're gonna have to be a guard when you go forward. And I'm saying the coach, if you know that person is potentially can be a star or something, you put aside that time because you know it's gonna be worthwhile in the future or something. You're gonna put aside and really hone them skills to be a guard.
Worthwhile for who? Worthwhile for who?
Well, for him,
for the player.
Yeah.
But what the coach getting out of that?
Satisfaction for the youth. You're doing it better.
I mean, not all coaches are like that.
Nah, not all coaches are like that. Maybe you look back and you probably he probably benefited.
Yeah, and then sometimes that coach might, all right, that kid done moved on. Now I got this kid, and not thinking about that kid no more.
Dude, that kid's gonna remember that, maybe. But it's just a part of doing right, man.
With everything, like kids, just in general. Once you get to high school, when you got to high school, you felt like you knew it all, right?
Me personally, Hell no.
I mean, you might could say that now, but
he did.
But I did too. When you're in that moment, you're a high schooler. Oh yeah, fuck that shit. I'm not with these little kids no more. I'm with the big kids.
I was still little.
Like my mindset was, you can't tell me nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yep,
exactly, because you feel like you've grown now. So I don't know if you really felt like that.
That definitely wasn't me.
Or, a lot of it, yeah.
But like,
I mean, a lot of it too is for a lot of these kids is like these coaches, these teachers, whatever. At that age, they want all this respect. I'm the teacher, but they don't want to give it to that kid.
And that's why it's like, if you notice, when kids get to high school, like as they keep growing, it gets tougher and tougher. It's easier when they little because they listen. It's easy to listen. They get to middle school, they start being a little bit defiant. Then when they get to high school, they really defiant. They doing whatever. They messing with girls no matter what you tell them, don't do it. They smoking. They doing whatever. Because they feel like they grown. So if you feel like that, now it's on you to apply these things because you're applying yourself to all this negativity that I'm telling you not to do, but you're still doing it. So if you're out there playing sports, well, then apply yourself to that craft and get the most out of it by applying it. You don't need nobody to hold your hand. Like, it's good for me to be like, Otto, yeah, you doing good, man. Da-da-da-da. But that's only going to get you so far.
I mean, but I'm saying that's a start, though. That's what I figured what coaches would do.
Yeah, but
But
they pull
on
more.
That student to really take that opportunity that the coach is giving them and That's all I was wondering, if coaches really do that.
Some do, some don't.
All right. Let's wrap it up. That was good. That was
You
good.
want to talk about the NFL though?
I don't think anything is really popping off.
A lot of trades, but
There's some trades. We hold it off.
Yeah,
we can hold off for the next free
because
segment.
I mean it was only a couple trades,
Yeah,
but
I'm waiting for a blockbuster or something.
yeah, so we can do something next podcast. It'll be
Not the
some
next
crazy
one.
trades.
Because next week, tune in. We're gonna interview.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So now,
Right.
I'm glad we ended on that and on
Y'all-
that note.
We all coming back for that, or
Yeah.
how you want to do next week?
Next week, probably be back here.
All three of us?
Yeah, we did it.
I bet.
We in there.
All right. We're going to go ahead and sign out. You can tune in on the podcast, Koofan Podcast. It's all one word. Spotify,
Apple Music.
Apple.
You feel me?
You can find us now on YouTube.
Mhm.
We get Instagram up and going.
Oh,
We're gonna start working on that a little bit.
Talk
You can follow
about
us
it.
there on there. You can
TikTok.
message us, tell us what you like.
Mm,
We respond back.
yeah.
Hit us up in the comments.
So it's your boy Driftxlr.
Oh, again, AutoZone.
Truth TL13.
Yeah, it's the truth.